Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. Today's snapshot is 16w41a, and in this snapshot the observer block has been updated, changed, tweaked, fixed, whatever you want to call it. We've got to remember that these snapshots are developmental versions, which means absolutely anything is subject to change. And it looks like Mojang have got around to their list of bugs and reports for the observer block, and they've changed a whole bunch of things, which means about 90% of the contraptions we've made so far have now been broken. But again, let's not get angry. These are snapshots, developmental versions. This stuff is bound to happen if we start playing around with these things early. So, for example, elevators like this will be broken. The thing to point out though is that the piston doesn't get activated, and we know the translocation is now gone, and so you can't send a signal around like this. If you've used any tileable farms, any of these tricks, they no longer work, because you'll see right here they just create an irritating clock. Let's turn that off, and that's due to some fundamental changes that have happened here. So the redstone no longer connects to the observer block, so like you see at the output here, it's connecting. It used to do that on all sides, which it no longer does. It also now outputs a redstone signal that is level 15, so a full strength signal coming right there. And this is staying on, which I believe is a bug. Now when you place one of these down, you're going to see the output, not the sensor, which is the way it works in Pocket Edition, and when they first added it they got that the wrong way around. So let's do a little test. I believe that's a bug over there. Yeah, you can see it's a pulse, but the pulse length itself has actually changed. It's now going to be, I believe, a single redstone tick as opposed to a game tick or something like that, which means you can't make T flip-flops with these anymore. If you could, then the redstone block would have stayed over there if that wasn't obvious. I'm not the most technical person with this game, but I'm doing a little bit of an experiment with Instawire. If I understand it correctly, these observer blocks should be instantly powering the piston at the end there, and that looks, pretty quick in my opinion. There's no difference here between having redstone every other block and having observers chained, although of course with the redstone it now gives out a full signal, so it could go a lot further. But the thing that I wanted to demonstrate is that it no longer updates or powers the air blocks in between, so no signal can go down there, which is what I was trying to show you at the beginning of the video with this. So to summarize, it doesn't power the air blocks anymore. It's now going to give a redstone tick instead of a game tick as the output. The dust will be fully powered, not at level 1 like it was before. The redstone will no longer connect to the side of the observer blocks, and when you place it, the output is going to face towards you. We've got two cool changes here. One is for survival Minecraft, the other is for creative mode, command blocks, all of that jazz. And let's power this command block and you'll see nothing happens. And that's because I've made a mistake. Where it used to ignore it, it's now actually going to tell us where we went wrong. And if you type this into chat, you'll see this message down here in chat as well. Invalid selector argument, so it tells us exactly where we went wrong. This bit right here, we have made a mistake. And the change to survival, pay attention to my hotbar. We are going to receive a whole bunch of items, and you may not notice it straight away, but the damage indicators have been changed. These are a lot more visible. They used to go kind of dark in the midsection. The bar behind them is now fully black, and I believe they might even be a tiny bit bigger. But on the screen I'm going to put the image that was sent to the bug tracker suggesting the ways to change this, and that gives you a good comparison of how it's changed from the previous snapshot to this one. What is this guy doing? We're currently in the last snapshot to demonstrate some fixes. He's trying to attack the armor stand. So if you've got a Vindicator, if you know about the Johnny secret, then he goes after the armor stands. Apparently, wither bosses will also try and attack armor stands. Let's get rid of that one. Well, it blew up all of the armor stands, so let's place down a few. Yep, it tries to attack armor stands. That's now been fixed in the latest snapshot. Here's two more bug fixes, and again we're in the previous snapshot, so you could place a bed like that and the head would stay. That won't happen in the new one. Also, when you trade with a villager, listen carefully, makes the disagree sound. Does it again. And another time. Basically every time you click these arrows, they make a sound. It's not going to do that anymore. Going back to the observer block, I've got another change to show you, and I want to say it again, these are snapshots. I'm anticipating a lot of rage. A lot of rage at Mojang, which I don't think is fair. These are their snapshot versions of the game, and things are subject to change. And this is what I want to show you. This isn't going to be powered in a way that means that redstone can be powered. So here we go. You can see that the redstone doesn't get powered. The repeater on this side does, but the one on the other doesn't. So things are still buggy, but that's an important thing to realize. And that's it for this snapshot video. I've decided to end it over here on our modded server, because if you like things being added to Minecraft, well, there's this mod called Quark that I really like back here, full of some very vanilla friendly blocks in my opinion. Very cool stuff over here, and I also wanted to announce that I'll be streaming on our modded server later today, probably an hour and a half from when this video goes out. So head over to twitch.tv/xisumavoid if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching the update video, and of course check out the new modded series that we're doing. There'll be a link in the description box and on your screen. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.